Hi everybody! So I made a video last time about my my challenges with the little SJ cam that I got and the sound issues, and I promised that I would post the next video once I had an audio recorder, which I ordered, the Zoom H1 handy recorder, and I just did a little test with this, and it works, at least having the two elements there together. I have both files, but I look like crap in the video because it's not my fault. It's because I was standing back there and there's no way to tell what you look like with this thing. I mean, unless you hold it right in front of a mirror, or if I connected it to my phone, I suppose I could do that, but it would be kind of tricky. And I'd be looking over at my phone, and I don't know, maybe someone has a suggestion for how I can monitor what's actually being recorded while I'm using the selfie stick. So anyway, I'm still, my primary reason for getting this thing was to take footage out of doors when I'm out doing stuff. So it's really not, I don't think I'll be using the selfie stick a whole lot, because I think the quality here is much better and it's much easier because I don't have to, line up the files and do all this editing at the end. But yeah, so I just made a quick, 3-minute video talking about my my NYX liquid lipsticks. Just 4 of them, but they're great. Well, 3 of them are great. So I'm going to continue with that right now. I wanted to say a few words, first of all, about the formulas, and I'm sure there are gobs of videos on this on YouTube where people who are makeup artists or in the industry have 24 different shades that they got for free and they swatch them all. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm just doing Brooklyn Thorn, which I'm wearing, and it might look like the color in this video is sort of, I don't know, like the saturation is low. That could be somewhat true, but the other matter would be that I'm pale and my hair is dark and my colors are minimal here. I'm wearing a black shirt, and this stuff is like a gray with a very slight purple tint, and it's really stunning. I wore this, I've worn it twice now. Last night we went to a Fury Road themed burlesque show, which was awesome. I'll post a photo of what I wore in a second. Maybe I'll stick it in right here. Okay, leaving space for the photo. All right, and yeah, so I got lots of compliments on this. We went out to dinner beforehand, and oh, and I will say, for a liquid lipstick, this is actually it's a cream. They say at the bottom, cream lipstick. Liquid Suede and then cream lipstick. So these go on in the same way that a liquid lipstick does. They have the little dove-footed applicator. You see this? You see? Like that? Slightly bent. And it's a very good texture, the applicator and the formula. They are not drying at all. They stay, they look matte, and they don't dry out. So you'd expect that there would be a big mess when you eat, and I guess there could be. We went out to Bana Cafe in East Williamsburg, which is hands down the best Ethiopian food in the city, and I would say, I think I've read reviews online, it's like the best outside of Ethiopia. It's a vegan place, and the misir wit, I guess that's how you say it, the red lentils with bear sauce, so it's so good. Anyway, so it's kind of oily food, so I was careful when you're using the what do you call it, injera to scoop up everything. I was very careful about placing it inside my mouth and not dribbling, and so there's a little bit of stuff. Lipstick was worn away at the edges, but I didn't have to reapply on the top. After I was done eating, I expected there would be stuff everywhere. I just wiped off the bottom with a handy wipe and redid the bottom, because the top is what's difficult. I'm sure you're aware of this. You have to make your Cupid's bow perfectly defined and get the line perfect. But the bottom, you just like that and you're done. So yes, so this is Brooklyn Thorn. I'm going to get closer so you can maybe get a better idea of the color. Ooh, and turn my lamp on. So, can you see? Can you see me make the face? Let me compare this side by side. Here is, I'm dropping everything. So here is another shade I got. This is Run the World. This came with they both came with my most recent Ulta order. So I think if I do a side by side like this, you can get your bearings with the colors. This is a very bright, warm purple. Turn the lamp off. Let's see, that's what it looks like. And here is Brooklyn Thorn. So as you can see, my camera is picking up color. This is color. And this is the gray of the Brooklyn Thorn. And earlier I was wearing a gray shirt. Here's a true gray for a good comparison. You know, nobody who's made a YouTube video on these things has done this. I want you to know that. I've looked all over. You need to like hold up regular objects and compare the colors. This is a true gray. This is a box of drawing pencils. Here's Brooklyn Thorn. So can you see that? How it's just so vaguely purple. And it's glorious. I mean, I talked the hostess into ordering some. She was really into it. So, okay. I am, let's see, I talked about the formula. I'm going to go to the gym, and when I come back, I'll be wearing something else, and it'll be later in the day, and I will talk about the other colors, and I'll put on one of those, because I don't want to sit here and like remove and fast forward and waste time. Plus I need to get to the gym. So I'll be back in a minute. Like many minutes. Alright, I'm back. I'm hoping that this is being added on to the end of this reel I've already started properly. So I found that I was unable to add a photo to, like an inset photo. That I've seen other people making videos on YouTube seem to have no problem doing this. They must not be using Windows Movie Maker, because there's no way to do it, apparently, not using the version that I have, without going to great lengths. So it wasn't worth it, so I just tacked it on to the end of what you just saw. And I've gone to the gym and I've showered, and now my hair looks different. Probably worse, because it needs cutting. But this is not about my hair, this is about lip color. So I am back with the shade Run the World. Run the World, it's this purple shade, see? Purple, 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 purple. I think you can get a pretty good idea just by looking at me, though. Or maybe the light was better. I think that's better. Okay, so I will hold up a very bright red. You see, the color is coming through. It's a bit of an optical illusion, just because I'm like a black and white cartoon with blue eyes and something on her lips. But here is the shade compared to like a fire engine red pill chopper. This is what I use to chop my Vibrant. Instead of drinking coffee in the morning, I'll have a quarter of a Vibrant. And pretty much everything that I take, that others take at normal strength, I have to chop into quarter sections, or smaller even. Advil, Sudafed, whatever. Okay, so yeah, I haven't worn this out yet, because it arrived fairly recently, and I was so excited about Brooklyn Thorn that I've been playing with it more. But it's a great shade. It does go on, it's a bit more viscous, so if I get really close you might be able to tell, I don't know. It doesn't come off patchy. I mean, you work with it until it looks right. And I wouldn't say that it requires a lot of extra effort. It's just, like with Anastasia and the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks I have, there's not a lot of working that you have to do, and they dry pretty quickly. So with this, you've got more time, first of all, to make it look right, and it's just slightly thinner than Brooklyn Thorn, just ever so slightly, ever so slightly. And I'm going to stop this and come back with, I think I'll show you, though I'm dreading doing it, the Lip Lingerie in Exotic. I'm not going to buy any more of these because it's so drying. It's like putting terracotta, like putting clay on your lips. It's that bad. And because of the shrinking effect, if something's drying your lips out, it's also shrinking them. So if you think of like those lip plumpers that, I don't even know if they still sell them, the Lip Fusion XXL, I believe is what they call the super, like $50 overnight version that you wear, and it's like the hyaluronic acid attracts water molecules, thereby plumping your lips. This desiccates them. It's horrible. It's horrible. I wore it once, and it's a pain to get on because it's really uneven. It's like a big glob of dried clay in some spots and doesn't spread in others. So with that, I will be back momentarily. So here I am with shade number 3, which is actually a lovely shade, and I bought this because again, it's Exotic, the NYX Lip Lingerie. I got it because I thought it would be a good everyday color. I think some people online had compared it to Kat Von D's Lolita. Am I misremembering that? It might be a little bit more, it might have a bit of a more red undertone, like true clay. And actually, with my application this time, though this stuff is really dry and kind of uncomfortable, I did a much better job. I don't think that it's not as unflattering as it was like the other 5 times I did it. See? So what I did to make it look better was use my finger. First of all, I used plain coconut oil to remove the previous shade, and that might have primed my lips better. So maybe as a pointer, make sure your lips have been primed with something moisturizing and then wipe it off. And I used my finger to kind of rub in the center, like I didn't go all the way out to the line, but just to make the inside, like the volume portion of my lip, more even. So if you don't mind the dry sensation, or if you have very voluptuous lips, this might be a good buy for you. I don't remember how much I paid for this. I think it did cost a little bit more than the Liquid Suedes, which are only $6.99 at Ulta. So yeah, I stand slightly corrected. But it feels like clay, and it's the color of clay. If you like clay, maybe get it and model it on your face. And last but not least, the first one of these I ever purchased. This is the Liquid Suede in Sway. Oh, my lighting has changed, so now you might not be able to see it at all because it's so pale. Here we go. So here's a close-up shot, and if I turn that off, one second, I'm still here, I'm not leaving. This is what I have to do to adjust this. This is a little extra. I probably just gave you a shot of my crotch. Okay, so this shade I think is really cool because it makes one's lips look more pronounced. I think it's the white element. It's a very, actually, if you just look at the bottle, the tube, I mean, it looks like a plain lavender, but when you put it on, it has like this radioactive kind of effect, which I think is cool. You have to watch out, if you're self-conscious about the color of your teeth. It does make them look a little yellow, but I don't care. I've been walking, like if I wear this out in the street, this is Park Slope, so it's a very family-oriented neighborhood, and there aren't a lot of punks like me walking around. And I'll get compliments from old men. Like, not ironic, not like, ooh, nice lipstick, but genuine Genuine compliments. It stands out. It gets a lot of attention. I know I've worn this in my videos in the past, but I just get so many compliments on this shade. And I usually do eye makeup as well that kind of coordinates or I don't know, complimentary, I should say. But yeah, I guess that's it. My lips have been destroyed by tissue and rubbing, and I'm going to go watch Merlin, I think, this Sunday night. The weather sucks here in New York. It's like 98% humidity, and it's been raining on and off all weekend. It's just been gross. So I'm glad that I had advanced tickets to an event last night and plans that were already defined, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have left the apartment. It's that bad, and it ruins my hair, and I don't like that. So thank you for tuning in. If you like what you watched and you can tolerate my neurotic hummingbird flibberty gibbet ways, please go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment, whatever, say hello, and I try to respond to everyone. All right, bye, have a good week.